Hello. What if I told you you are not a bad student at all and you could literally become a great student from tomorrow and get only the best grades? Sometimes not the best grade, but most of the time, 95% of the time, only the best grade all the time without putting in any effort, almost at all. You wouldn't believe me, right? But I will tell you how exactly that is possible in this video, so make sure you watch it. First, I need to introduce myself. My name is Lucas Makrak. I'm 16 years old, so you might say I'm young, but I read this one book called Psycho-Cybernetics. Yo, the effect is crazy, look at that. Whoa. And it's a wonderful book. I always say you should go and read it, but if you don't want to read it, let me just tell you my insights. Well, first I need to explain to you how what you believe absolutely changes your reality and everything you do and think. If you go through a forest and you see a bear, obviously your adrenaline and your heart will start pumping, your adrenaline will go high, and you will be scared as fuck, and you will activate fight or flight, and specifically flight. You will really just run for your life, right? You will be scared for your life. But what if instead of a real bear, the bear is just your friend in a costume of a bear? If you believe that it's a bear, the same reaction will happen, right? But if you notice it's your friend in a costume and not a real bear, you will not be scared, and you will just smile and laugh at him and whatever, right? But if you believe if you believe it's your friend in a costume, but in reality it's a real bear, and you are blind or some shit, guess what happens? You will act like it's your friend, and you will laugh at him or something, and he will bite your fucking head off, and he will die. So beliefs absolutely control your mind, and your mind controls the body. So your entire bodily processes, everything in your body is controlled by what you believe. That's how hypnosis works. So let me first explain to you how hypnosis works. You might not believe in hypnosis. I didn't believe in it for a long time because of Slovak television broadcasting some show where it was just people acting and not really being hypnotized. But real hypnosis really works. So since beliefs control 100% of your actions and everything you do and think is consistent with your beliefs, you believing, if the hypnotist can make you believe in something and be certain 100% and actually believe in something, then your body will act accordingly. Okay, first I need to explain to you something. You have a conscious part of your brain, which is the one you are hearing these words with right now. That's the one that's you. That's the part of your brain that's you, the operator of the brain. That's who tells the arm to move. That's you, right? That's the operator. That's the prefrontal cortex in the front of your brain right here. Then in the back, everything behind the prefrontal cortex, I think, I'm not a neuroscientist by any means, it's like bro science, but the rest of the brain that you cannot control, that you don't have control over, that you wouldn't call you, that's the unconscious or subconscious part of the brain. And that subconscious part of the brain, which you cannot control, is basically, it's like a machine. You are basically the person sitting behind the computer, like an operator, and the machine, the computer, is your subconscious mind. So you tell the computer to do something, you are the operator, you give the command, and it does that something. It calculates some mathematical problem, or it downloads some software, like your computer. It's showing you these videos right now. Your subconscious mind is the same kind of mechanism. It's a servo mechanism, it's a machine. And it basically, you are just the operator to the machine, and the machine carries out the goals that you have set for it, and it controls the body directly. So when you tell your arm to move, you really are just the operator. You tell your subconscious mind you want to move your arm, and the subconscious mind actually controls the arm, and it tells the arm to move directly. So you cannot directly, consciously move your arm and pick up a pen, but you just tell your subconscious mind to do something, and it has control over everything. Your subconscious mind has goals, so when you think you are a bad student, you will actually fucking become a bad student. But that's besides the point, because I have to first explain to you the hypnosis thing. If a hypnotist tells you that your arm is in Antarctica and you fully 100% believe him, your body will react as if your arm was actually in Antarctica, and your arm temperature will go down. If the hypnotist makes you believe his finger is a hot poker and it's like very high temperature, and he touches you somewhere, and you are 100% sure that he is telling you the truth, and you believe that it's a hot poker, you will not only do this, obviously, but your skin will develop blisters. Popalanin, your skin will have blisters on it, even though nothing hot actually touched you, but you just believed it. If the hypnotist tells a weightlifter who can maybe deadlift in the gym 200 kilograms, if a hypnotist makes him 100% believe, if he believes that he cannot lift 2 kilograms, which is that's like 5 pounds or 4.5 pounds or 4 pounds or something, he will not be able to lift 2 kilograms. He will, you know why? The subconscious mind now believes, or your mind believes, that you cannot lift 2 kilograms. He will exert so much physical strength, and actually the right muscles will lift the bar, but the opposing muscles will push the bar downward, and his muscles will fight among each other, and his muscles, without his control, will push down the bar with the same amount of force that he's pulling up, and he will not even move the bar, even though it's 2 kilograms. He will not even move it. He is not physically capable of doing that because his muscles are his opposite muscles are pushing it down, even though he is using the right muscles to pull it up. So, and he has zero control over it because his beliefs are controlling it. It's just so crazy. Like, your beliefs control everything you do and think internally in your body, within your body, is controlled by what you believe, right? Crazy, right? So let's get on track. Let's get back to the topic. You believe you are a bad student, but you are not actually a bad student. You just believe you are a bad student. So imagine some first grader who just got into school and he's so excited. He doesn't believe he's a bad student or anything. Maybe he does because his parents told him something, or he has a bad teacher who is very prisna, she's bad, and she gives him like a bad grade when he makes an error. And then that makes him believe, that implants the belief that he's a bad student, or bad at mathematics specifically, or bad at arts. That's what I believed. Or bad at something. And it's raining. And he will literally, that belief that he's a bad student will actually make him act like a bad student, because that's consistent with his beliefs. He physically cannot get himself to study. He physically cannot get himself to focus on the exam and actually get a good grade. He physically cannot, because that's inconsistent with his beliefs. How crazy is that? But if you have a great teacher, your parents compel you to study well, to get good grades, and let's say your teacher is very, very nice, and she gives you literally the best grade for everything, and that makes you believe you are a great student. Now you have the belief you are a great student. What will you do? Well, it's not that you believe you are a great student because you get good grades. It's not that you believe you are a bad student because you get bad grades. It's the other way around. You get bad grades because you believe you are a bad student. So you just need to change the belief. If you have the good teacher and you believe you are a good student, you will do the least necessary amount of work. Without any conscious effort, your subconscious mind will do it all for you. You don't even need to try. And you will literally be motivated, almost, that's the word we use for not having to put in effort. You will be motivated to put in the work and do the least necessary amount of work, maybe study for 20 minutes before the class starts, and then go full focus on the exam and get 95% best grade, right? So beliefs absolutely change everything. Beliefs about yourself are called self-image. That's who you see yourself as. Your beliefs about yourself, and they completely dictate your limits. If you believe you cannot lift 2 kilograms, that's your self-image, that's your belief about yourself. That's your limit. If you have the PR at the gym of like, I cannot raise more than 60 kilograms on the bench, you will physically not be able to do that. But if you make yourself believe, even though you just hit 60 yesterday, if you make yourself believe you can do 75, that maybe your muscles are not as developed, but at least it gives you the mental ability to do that. So it gets rid of the limit. But if you even physically are able to, because you've been training and you increase your muscles, if you believe you cannot raise more than 60, you will not raise more than 60 ever. You literally physically cannot do that. So your beliefs control your mind, and your mind controls everything. So another thing we do is non-rational thinking. So for example, let's say you go to school and you get a bad grade. Rationally, you should think, I failed. I got a bad grade. That's factual and descriptive. But when you are a human being like I am and like you are, you might think, I am a failure. I am a bad student. I get bad grades at mathematics, at physics, at something, right? It's not how you should be thinking. You should be thinking factually, rationally, in terms of bad things. In terms of good things, it's good to give yourself good beliefs. Like, I am a good student, even though you just got a good grade randomly. It's a good belief to have, right? So you shouldn't think, I am a failure when you fail. You should think, I failed, not I am a failure. But let's get back on topic. So what happened to you if you are a bad student? At first, you went to school, or maybe before you went to school, you got the belief that you are a bad student, or maybe you are bad at mathematics or something specifically. You went to school, you got a bad grade. Because of that belief, you literally cannot get a good grade. I mean, externally you can, like if the teacher gives A's to everyone, you will get an A, but internally you will write the test badly, okay? And if you believe you are a bad student, you will act like a bad student because it's consistent with your beliefs. Your mind will literally make you act like a bad student. So that's the rubber band I talked about. It actually makes you act like you like your beliefs about yourself tell you who you are, whatever. So it's a sad story. You believed that you are a bad student. Because of that, you got bad grades, and that was proof to you that you are a bad student. But you believed you are a bad student before you got the bad grades, and the bad grades, that proof further solidified that belief. And now you are fully you are absolutely 100% sure that you are a bad student. So certain, you are certain. I forgot the word. The good student got the belief he's a good student. Then because of that, he wrote the test. He got good grades, and because of that, that was proof to him, which further solidified it in his mind, the belief that he is a good student indeed. And now he fully believes it. I fully believe I'm a good student. Thanks to that, I was lucky. Yeah. And now I'm a good student. I have the good belief. But if you have the bad belief, I am going to keep this belief. I like this belief. I want to be a good student, right? But you have the belief you are a bad student. And if you would benefit from, that's up to you obviously, but if you would benefit from getting rid of this belief and maybe even acquiring the belief that you are a good student, then follow these steps. First of all, you need to get rid of the belief you are a bad student. And what I taught you here today should make you do that. So obviously we learned that you are not really a bad student. You just randomly somewhere picked up the belief, which wasn't even true, about yourself, that you are a bad student. But that's not true. Then because of that, you got bad grades, which was proof to you and further solidified the belief in you that you are a bad student, which is why you are certain that you are a bad student. But you are not a bad student in reality objectively. You are a bad student because you believe you are a bad student, but that's just a belief, which means objectively you are not a bad student. And if you stopped believing you are a bad student, you would not be a bad student, right? So what do you need to do? Well, just stop believing it. You can just stop believing it like this because you are not really a bad student objectively. You just believe it, but that means you are not really a bad student. And when you realize this fully, that you are not really a bad student, is just some random belief I picked up in when I was 3 years old or 4 or 5 years old, and I'm not objectively really a bad student, it's not like genetical or something, well, that means you are not a bad student. Congratulations, now you don't believe you are a bad student. You should really put that in your mind. Now I want you to affirm for like a minute every single day. Affirmations work quite well. It's basically reminding yourself of something that is true. It's not manifesting false shit. It's reminding yourself of something you really believe. Now you believe you are a good student. Not a good student, but you believe you are not a bad student. So just tell yourself every single day for 21 days, 1 minute, or right now do it with me. Pause the video and tell yourself for a minute straight, I am not a bad student. And almost make it like, duh, like I'm not a bad student, bro, obviously. I just picked up some random belief when I was 3 years old, but I am not really objectively a bad student. I am not a bad student for a minute straight. I am not a bad student. I am not a bad student, bro. I am not a bad student. You can look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that for a minute. It helps you remind yourself that it's true. Now, how do you become a good student? Well, you need to start believing you are a good student and then go to school, get that good grade because you believe you are a good student. That's proof for you that you are a good student. That solidifies it in your mind and that makes you fully believe. Every time you get a good grade, that makes you more believe. That makes you believe more that you are a good student. So how do you make this belief and how do you solidify it? Let's visualize. Visualize in your mind right now how you are sitting in class. Close your eyes and almost see through your eyelids. Closed eyelids, see through them. You are in class right now. You can see all the classmates around you. You can see the class. You can see the teacher. You can see the weird looking lights. Maybe they are like mine and they are almost falling off the rooftop. Rooftop. I don't think that's the right word, but they are almost falling to the ground. Maybe they are okay. That's up to you. I don't know what class you go to. You can see the windows. You can look outside. And you can see all your classmates, the tables, the chairs. Now, I want you to hear the classmates talking among each other. I want you to almost hear the teacher talking. I want you to feel the sun touching your skin. I want you to really feel it right now. Really feel the sun. I want you to still see and hear and feel. I want you to feel the clothes touching your skin. I want you to feel your hands being on the table or something and really see through your eyelids all of this happening. And now I want you to smell this stinky breath of the person you are sitting with and he hasn't brushed his teeth or something and it's stinky. I want you to smell the room. I want you to really use all your senses to be in that room. And you are just hearing my voice from the heavens or something. But really you are in that room. You are in there right now. And I'm just talking to you from the heavens. But really you are in school right now. Now the teacher is giving you tests. This is called a visualization, by the way. The teacher is giving you not tests, but she's instructing you. I want you to visualize, I want you to really see how you are focusing, fully 100% focusing at the teacher. Can you see it? Can you feel it? How does it feel to really 100% focus on what she's saying and really learn from her? Now she's giving you some papers. On everyone's table, she's putting some papers. And you really read the question thoroughly. You really read the question and then you answer. And you get the right answer. You actually understood the question and you knew the answer. You see the second question, you open your book or something and you find the answer and you write down the answer and you have 2 answers. You finish the entire paper and you give it to the teacher. Now it's break time and you have like 5 minutes to study for the upcoming test. You open the book and you actually read for like 5 minutes straight. See yourself really looking down at your table, having a book in there and reading from it and learning from it. For 5 minutes, right? And obviously you don't have to visualize this for 5 minutes. Now the tests are coming. I want you to visualize with me right now. The tests, she's putting the tests, the teacher, on everyone's table. And you are writing down the answers, filling out the answers. The first question, you know the answer. You learned, you fully focus on the test, fully present. You know the answer to the first question. You write down the answer. You see the second question, you know the answer. Maybe the 6th question, one of the 10 questions, you are not like fully sure. And the rest, you know the answers. Maybe you are not fully sure, but then now imagine she's giving you the results. And you get like 90, 95 or 100%. How does it feel? You just got 100%. I want you to really feel it right now. Feel like a good student. Feel it. Feel it. Your mind doesn't see. Now you can open your eyes. Your mind doesn't see. Your subconscious mind, the servo mechanism, the machine of your mind, it doesn't see a difference between reality and between what you give it, because you are the operator. It doesn't really consciously, like, it doesn't see what's true and what isn't. When you say I am a failure, it's not even true, bro. But the machine sees that you think you are a failure and it acts accordingly. So it's not even true when we visualize, but it makes your mind believe you just got a good grade. I want you to, now you just literally, for your mind, you got a good grade. I want you to visualize, actually, not visualize, I want you to affirm it in your mind. For a minute, say to yourself, I am a good student, bro. I am a good student. I don't know why this shit works. Read Psycho-Cybernetics, it really works. But tell yourself for a minute, I am a good student. I just got the best grade. I am a good student. I got the best grade. I am a great student. Let's go. I am a good student, bro. Of course, I am a good student. Do that shit. I know it's cringe and weird, but trust me. Do this for 21 days every single day. These steps. Do this for 21 days at least. Then go to school and make sure to use some discipline to study for 10 minutes, bro. You are a fucking pussy if you can't study for 10 minutes. Because now you don't believe you're a bad student, because you aren't. You literally just aren't, bro. You just picked up that random belief when you were 4 years old, but you are not really a bad student. So now that you no longer believe that, you are able to study for 10 minutes, right? Study for 10 minutes. I know it feels like a hassle. Go and do it for 10 minutes. Put in the effort, conscious effort. Go and study for 10 fucking minutes. Whatever is the least necessary amount of work that you have to do to get a good grade. Then go to school. Really, really focus in school. Really, really focus on the test and get a good grade. Once you get a good grade, you have proof that you are a good student, that you get good grades. And you can use that proof to solidify the belief that you are indeed a good student. And I want you to fully believe it. You literally are a good student now, because you are getting good grades, and that makes you a good student. Good job. Well done, bro. You are officially a good student. Do this for at least 21 days. Really, really put in the effort for the first tests to get good grades. And then I want you to visualize and affirm like 5 minutes daily, 5 minutes. If you cannot do 5 minutes daily for 21 days, then just leave this video, because you are, what are you, bro? 5 minutes, 21 days, that's nothing, okay? Do you even care? You probably don't. So I don't really care about school. It's just effortless. My subconscious mind does all the work for me to get the minimum, to put in the least amount of work, effort, to get the best, or to get the good grade, just simply because I believe I get good grades. So I need you to start believing. I need you to put in some effort, and then after some time, after 3 weeks or so, you will literally believe I am a good student, and you will not even need to put in the conscious effort to put in the 10 minutes of study and focusing at the test paper. Your subconscious mind will do that for you, and you will need zero motivation. It's simple as that. It's as simple as that. So sorry for this video being so weird, and I don't know, it's just, I just had breakfast, and I guess after eating food, your mind just doesn't work properly. So this video took me 31 minutes to make, and it's probably going to be like 15 minutes long, because I cut out 15 minutes or whatever of me just being silent. So my mind didn't work properly, so this video is probably very weirdly articulated, but if you benefited from it, if you want one-on-one help, fuck, I can't even talk, bro. It's bad. It's bad. I shouldn't eat food at all. Just kidding. If you want one-on-one help, go to the description of this video, click on my Instagram profile, and text me bad student. Literally just message me the words bad student. And if you want to invest in yourself, I am willing to help you. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.